Good morning and welcome back. In today's video, we are going to propagate this Waves of Love Anthurium plant. Today I am very excited because I will gonna share to you my secret on how to propagate this Waves of Love Anthurium plant. So please stay tuned and watch the whole video. Did you know that this Waves of Love Anthurium plant is very expensive in some countries, especially in Indonesia? It costs of thousands, even millions of rupiah just to buy this kind of Anthurium plant. Even in here in the Philippines, it will cost you thousands of pesos just to buy this Anthurium Waves of Love plant. It is also a good thing if you have a fish tank in your garden, because I am using the water of the fish tank to water my plants. Because even if you don't give some fertilizer to your plants, the water from the fish tank may provide you some natural fertilizer, because the waste product of the fish can be a good beneficial for your growth, for your plants, especially this Anthurium Waves of Love plant. So guys, as you can see, this is not the whole flower of this Anthurium Waves of Love plant, because this is what they call the spate, and this is the spadix. So the flower of these Waves of Love is so tiny, and it is located here in the spadix. So the flowers of these Waves of Love are very tiny, and as you can see, maybe you need to have a magnifying glass just to see the flower of these Waves of Love. So these are some misinformation that we have learned. So you are very lucky that you have watched this video. So I recommend to you to watch this whole video, because I will share to you my secret on how to propagate these Waves of Love Anthurium plant. So guys, I will gonna teach you now the first method that I use to propagate my Waves of Love Anthurium plant. So as you can see, this is the spadix, and the flowers are located in here. So when the flowers will pollinate, so this will be the result of the pollination of the flower of this Anthurium plant. So these are the tiny seeds that is produced. So as you can see, these are the seeds of this Waves of Love Anthurium plant. So we will gonna collect some seeds of this Anthurium plant, and we will gonna plant this on a pot. So this is the first method that I use on propagating this waves of love Anthurium plant. So guys, I will teach you now the second method on how I propagate my waves of love Anthurium plant. So we are going to use this cutter, and we are going to cut the leaves of this Anthurium plant, and we will gonna make sure that there are roots on the leaves to make sure that the survival rate of these cut leaves is high. So we are going to cut now, and I will gonna show to you on how I select the leaves to cut. So let's go. So guys, this is the example of a leaf that has a roots. So this is the second method on how I propagate my Anthurium plant. So you can plant this directly on a soil, on a pot, and what I do is I do not plant this directly. What I have experiment, so I plant this on, I put this on a bottle that has a water. So I want the roots to grow first before I will plant this directly on the soil and a pot. So the reason also why we are using this kind of method, because we do not want to damage our plant, because our plant can cost thousands of pesos or hundreds of dollars. So it is very expensive, so we do not want to damage our plant. So that's why we are using this method. So guys, this is the cut Anthurium plant that we have cut 2 weeks ago. So as you can see, there are already lots of roots coming out. And just take note, not all the leaves of our waves of love Anthurium plant that has a roots on the leaves. So there are few only. If you are lucky, if you can see if your Anthurium plant has a roots, so we can use this method. So take note, not all the leaves on our Anthurium plant has a roots, because most of the roots are deeper and connected on the root system. So we cannot easily take the leaves that has a roots, because we may damage the whole plant. So if there are some leaves that are visible, the roots that are visible, so we can cut this and we can use this kind of method. So guys, I will gonna show you now the last method on how I propagate my waves of love Anthurium plant. So this is our waves of love Anthurium plant, and what we will gonna do is we will gonna take this plant out of this pot and we will gonna separate this. So sometimes we need to make a sacrifice on our plants just to propagate. So this is a perfect example. So sometimes we need to make some sacrifices. So what we will gonna do is we will gonna take this out and separate the leaves, and we will gonna make sure that it has a roots so that it has a good chance for surviving. So we will gonna take this whole plant now, and so because this plant has the roots of these are very compact, so as you can see we need to separate this slowly. So that's why and make sure that we have a good plan on how to separate this. So we will gonna use this knife again and this cutter. So we will gonna check first so where to separate. So okay, I will gonna start now on, let's see if we can separate this. This is a little bit difficult. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. So just like this, so we have a leaf and it has a good roots. So this will make to ensure to have a greater success on surviving. So we will gonna separate the other leaves. So like this, and as you can see it has a good roots, and then we have 3 more. So the middle we will not so sometimes we need to make some sacrifices on our plants just so we can propagate this. So don't worry, I have done this many times. So okay, just be careful so that you cannot cut yourself. So and the final one is this. So we have just successfully separated our Waves of Love Anthurium plant. So guys, we are done now planting our Waves of Love Anthurium plant, and I hope this video has a good help for you on your propagation of your Waves of Love Anthurium plant. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and until next time, this is your channel, the PlantTube channel.